All right, so this is to answer your question. This is what we want to take a look in here. Uh, so I posted the plan at 8:10 a.m. Eastern. 8:10 price was right here at 6,000 and 6,002. So just right above it. And I say, well, basically, if it holds 6,000, these are the targets that we're going to be looking for. So basically, in here, uh, you have the 7 o'clock zone. Um, that was just developed around that time, 7 o'clock. Obviously, this is a 2 minute chart, and that's basically what I said here. So you got two ways to look at this. So if I say 6,000, and let's just say that you're up at 7 in the morning doing trading, whatever the case may be, I don't know, or the what time zone you're in, but if I set this at basically around 8:10, your job is pretty simple based on the concept of the zones. We are to look for a long position at the break of that. So it already broke the zones here. So you can see, I mean, clearly that it broke the zone and it went up, came back down, went up, and it came back down here, and it just tested the top of it. So we are looking automatically for the next zone. But let's just call it right here. This is your entry. You got one opportunity. Sorry, it's the weekend and I'm with my kids, so I'm just doing this just to answer your question. This is the immediate low outside of the zone right here. And if I said you knowing this information after 8:10, I already said 6,000. So even if you got in at 6,000, this was your stop. If you waited and you got in from the top of the zone, so you're understanding two pieces of information. It just happened that here you have the benefit that you already have a zone that has been established, so you have the benefit. So you just look for the confluence. You say, okay, you know what? JD said once it breaks the zone and goes above, just to try to look for the retest of the top of the zone. Well, that's exactly what happened. It just tested it right here at 97.50. And then from there, the rest is history. So you can follow the plan. Let's just say that you executed your trade over here. You follow the plan, and then you're looking for 22. So from here, we go for 22, which is right here, T1. That's 25 points. I also said that you could look for 36. And I'm measuring this from the zone, so I don't care if you do it from pivot, it's fine. I'm not trying to overstate the gains. It doesn't matter to me. But 36, I told you to look for 36. So 38 points. And then after that, I told you to look for 50. Well, 50 never got there. If you didn't make your money by the time you hit the 36, chances are you ain't going to make it. So, because if you didn't take the risk here, why would you want to take it up here? It's just my thought. Uh, so yeah, so this is what you got. Stay long above pivot. That's what it means. Now let's just say pretend that this didn't happen because you were sleeping. You are only a RTH trader. Okay. Well, let's just forget about all of this here. JD was cherry picking, and just found the setup that actually worked. uh, so let's just pretend that none of this actually happened. It's just gone. Okay. Well, you can keep the plan because the plan was posted over here. So forget about this. Forget about that. None of that happens. It's just this plan sucks. All right, let's go look at from a different perspective. So this is RTH. It says it right here. Let's look at this. Let's just make another one. So your RTH trader, uh, and it's right here. JD told you, hey, you know, here we are, RTH. So forget that you look at plan. You know. So basically, I'm telling you to stay long as we are above 6,000. RTH open. Now this is a dynamic element because now the zone is being created. It didn't exist by the time I posted the plan. So now RTH open. So RTH open and 6,000 is the pivot. Obviously, we are here 6,009. You got two other zones to use a confluence. If you rewatch the webinar, I said that every time the zones are stacked, you have the odds on your favor. So what I mean by stacked, this is the Globex, this is London. So if you draw a line in here, you will be able to see that this is stacked clearly right here when price opens in the RTH and the zone is created. You basically gonna be able to see that the first minute candle, the first 2 minute candle was right there. So the zones are basically stacked because this one is in the bottom. Then you get the 6 o'clock in the London, so you got three zones right there, and price is clearly above it. Specifically here in this area. So now if I am looking for a trade, so we're gonna maximize this here, and I say, all right, so here's the zone approach because it's a price action tool, and normally the way that we're supposed to play this is that let me just get the other thing here. The forecasting tool path. So this candle here is the first candle to close outside of the 2 minute zone, right? So this candle here established the zone. This one. This is the break. And this is the retest. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a long position here. So you have that one broke. Then our job is to take a long position, and the long position will be on the top right here. So it will have triggered right here. The stop loss is the immediate low below the zone right there. This candle, the low of this candle is the stop loss. So right now you got 6.5, and the first target is 22. According to plan, is 22. And 22 was met right around here at 10:52 a.m. Let's just say you missed that trade, or you missed that entry. You missed this entry here. You missed that entry right here. Well, you got another opportunity, and it's right here. I mean, you couldn't script it any better. Same trade, triggering from a different direction or from a different angle. And your stop loss now is the bottom of the zone, because this low here, which is the immediate low, you could even have used this, but I don't want to put a stop inside the zone. Normally I put it outside or at the bottom, and this one covers that. So you got 5 points of risk, and from there you got 12.5 points. Now this is not the end. So let's just say you chose to stay long until 11:30 because you're on a credit spread or whatever the case may be. Well, if you stay long until 11:30, which is the London close, that would have been a nice trade. Because now you're closing it over here. And from here, basically a short setup trigger it from here. It would have gotten stop out right around here. But I'm not covering short right now. We're talking about plan. So that's the plan. So like I said, where did this thing come from? What is this about? This line here. Forgot what the line is about. I don't know what this line's about. All right. Anyway, so here's the other portion of plan. I say, okay, well, you got the T1. So now 36 is target number 2. Okay. Well, let's look for 36. Well, 36 is right here. Now, you could basically argue that you were trading these areas here, London close and so forth. Let's just say that you just started your day here and you took a trade and it failed. So normally, let's just say that you took a short from here because a short triggered it from here. 3 points. Remember, 22 has now turned into support, okay? All right, so if you're taking a short from here, you need to be aware of 22. And you can see 22 right here. All right, let's just say that you took that and you got stop out over here. So this one didn't work. So you got stop out and you just got stop out right there. Okay, no big deal. Stop outs are part of this game. Let's just say that you took the second short because it triggered it. Had a second short right here. Well, you got to 5 points. At that point, this is a break-even trade. The first one would have been, I would probably have been looking for 5 points. I wouldn't move my stop on 3 points, so I would have taken a loss over here. That's fine. Minus, you can say minus 2 points. Yeah, this is called it a break even here, so that's fine. Then here, let's just say that you tried it again and you got a minus whatever. You went long or you went short from here. The straight, this is the trade that will have stop you out, and it will have stop you out right here. And then now you got a candle breaking above the green zone. So now let's just say that you took a long trade here. Now JD told you 22, right? Okay, so let's cover 22. Just give it, let's just give it a point. 21. So you got an entry right here. This becomes a long. Right here. And now we look for 36, which is T2. Well, there you have 20. You have 36 right there. So you got 11 points, which definitely cover all this. This was a break even. This was a -2. This was whatever it was, maybe a bit. If you took a short from here, you got stop over here, fine. But you were already a break even. That candle here, closing side, and then it went above it. So I mean, it is debatable. I wouldn't probably try another short here because of the 22. So I would either want to wait until it breaks 22 or below or above. I know the zone is right here, but I need to be aware. Situational awareness is important in this game. And then anyway, you got the 36, got up there. So now here we got 36. I told you that sometimes you can look for reversal trades at the top. Again, it's up to you. I mean, maybe you have not met your targets for the day, whatever the case may be. It doesn't matter. But we're here at 40. I told you 36. So this candle here broke 36. This is the way I would do it if I'm just trading levels. Obviously, this was 252. So I would have probably waited for the 3 o'clock zone. But if you're just exclusively trading the levels, there's a short trade that triggered it right there. And the immediate target is the next level down. If you guessed it, you guessed it correctly. It's 22. So now you have trade right there. I will have probably covered the height of the day because normally that's what I say. Stops the height of the day, and you make your own decisions. If you take a look at that, that was a nice 14 points. If you own a nice put spread, then great. But anyways, let's just say you waited and you shorted here. Well, you shorted 27. Your target is 22. So you will have won that trade too if you were just applying the zones concept for this matter. 5-pointer and right there. It doesn't mean much, but if you have 5 contracts, it's 25. But anyways, that's basically what the explanation is about plan. So I don't want it to confuse people. The plans are static. It's a static information that does not change. It's posted ahead of time, ahead of the open. So it's static based on the previous day action or whatever I see overnight. Basically just tells you an idea of where price can probably go to. As opposed as the zone is a dynamic element. So it means I don't know where they're going to land. They change because you can see how one zone can be printed in one area. It can be printed in the other. But the bottom line of the situation is that you're looking for confluence. And the confluence is basically when you have a zone that is being created near the point of one of the levels. Excellent point right here. If I were up at this time at 9 o'clock in the morning, whatever the case may be, this was a beautiful entry with very limited risk. You got long over here and you never look back. You cover the immediate low, 3 points, not even, and you just you never worry about anything else. And then you just took that trade, you took it 36. Guess what you left on the table? You left 4 points on the table and you capture 38 points. This was a 17 points or 17 risk reward rating. With 3 points of stop just because you executed the trade in here and you waited until the plan T3. You already knew this information here by the time you took that trade there. So that's basically it. Thank you.